Sort of members of the Foothill family.
Yes, the Foothills family.
Or the
Yes.
Janecki family.
Yes,
you
the
know.
Zarnecki family.
We all have to be a bit Polish. I spent half a year in Poland with my wife in Poznan, and I was teaching at the Adam Mickiewicz University, and I had a wonderful experience there. And then later was in St. Petersburg, and had an apartment not too far from the metro station Goverskaya, named after Maxim Gorky. And the Russians really do appreciate poetry. You walk around St. Petersburg, and you'll see plaques on the walls of houses, and there'll be plaques saying, in effect, such and such a poet lived here at such a time. And it's very, very moving because they care for it. And I only wish that I had a facility with Russian to be able to understand the poems in that language. One very exciting place in St. Petersburg is the Anna Makhtoba Museum, which commemorates this woman who was a wonderful poet in Russia and was very greatly feared, it seemed, by the communist rulers who didn't want to put her to death. They killed her husband and they imprisoned her son. But they bugged her apartment to such an extent that she couldn't any longer write anything in her apartment and leave it there. And so she would invite friends and she would have them learn what she had written. They would go away and then they would write it down. Outside her apartment was a big tree, and on the tree were little scraps of papers with poems written on them in French, German, Russian, English. It was very moving. I went back there a year later and there were no poems on that tree. And that was actually the basis of one of my poems in the book which Michael published about Anna Akhmatova.